And now from the quaint little town of Moorhead, here's your host, Wade.
Stallenbacher or something like that.
Stallenbacher.
Well, welcome to Uptown Tonight, FM area's weekly entertainment podcast.
Uptown Tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's been a great day today. I mean, the weather's awesome, other than it's a little cloudy, a little overcast. But, we'll take that over the rain and all that stuff's been happening. My backyard is almost dried up. The dog is not running mud all the way through the house now, even though it was quite an adventure today trying to get all the mud off the floors. Oh, my gosh. But at least he's not dragging more in. But it's going to be a fun show today. Today we have Travis Neros with us.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend. And he's been out there for quite some time. This is going to be really cool to hear about basically his life and all these open mics that you do. I mean, that's got to be somewhat of an adventure itself. So I can't wait to start hearing these stories about that. But first thing you can do for us is like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. If you're in the live chats while we are going live, please ask questions. We'll get to you as soon as we can, everything else. We got Cito over here pushing all the buttons for us. So, yes, we cannot live without the Cito. And also, we are in the lookout for a place for a podcast we're going to be doing this summer, looking for a haunted area or whatever, something that we can get into at night. That is, kind of sketchy, not in the way of like getting hurt, but in the way of, you see the wisps and the shadow people, and I'm trying to think of all my.
I think we could just walk down 7th Avenue at midnight, and
Maybe.
that's pretty dark and creepy over there.
Maybe. But I know cemeteries do not work. We've tried that before. Of course, why would a ghost want to haunt a cemetery? It's kind of cold out there. So so if you have a place that you might think that'd be kind of cool for us to do a podcast out of, at least looking for paranormal stuff and everything else, we're doing a big one on that. And that'll be our, actually the one we're playing WeFest. That's going to air that day. So that's August 3rd. That one will air. But we still need to record it. But after that, this weekend, let's see, we have a little bit of, I think we just already talked about WeFest.
Here's a thing from us from our wedding.
Yeah, we played a wedding last weekend. And it was so cold that night. We were watching our breath the entire time on that. But by the end, everyone was just so jacked. It was great. And everyone was just having an awesome, awesome time. So here's us doing a little pour some sugar. And what did they call me out there?
I can't remember what it was. They gave you a new nickname.
Yeah, I had a new nickname.
Tucker Carlson or something like that.
Tucker Carlson, there you go. That had to be it. That's wearing the tie. But that goes along with Discount Tom Cruise and Tom Brady. There's another one that was, Steve Jobs. Then someone said I looked like Tim Cook. I'm like, how do you get Tim Cook out of this?
I definitely see what Tom Cruise is.
I don't get it. I really don't. They said, they're like, what are you talking about?
Right,
but the Tom Cruise movie's coming up. It already came out. Well, at least I saw that Jay and Rosanna already got to see it. It's some top secret, double secret way of seeing it.
I think they just illegally downloaded
Maybe
it.
they did, but they've already got the
Shame on you people that do stuff like that.
I'm just kidding.
That's supposed to be coming out the next few days, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, we're going to go. It's going to be an event. This is something like you've never seen before. They worked with the Air Force. This is a way for USA to flex, what we can do. Those are F-22, I think, that are in the movie, or I think they're F-22. So
I don't know. I'm actually excited to see that one.
It's gonna be good.
Back when Deadpool came out, I was excited to go see that one. So.
Oh, it's gonna be good. I was watching some back behind the scenes there, Wade, and they actually had them, doing these turns. So when you see them in the G-force, that's real G-force on their faces.
Serious?
Yeah.
So doing what do they call that, real props or something?
Yeah,
like that?
they fit up cameras in a new way into these cockpits, and they have pilots, flying them. Obviously, the best, they want to fly. But then they got them back there doing the real shots of them when they're twisting, when you see them like passing out. Yeah, that's real. So hopefully,
No more CGI?
Well, I'm pretty sure there's CGI too.
Awesome. Well, enough about us. Let's get to Travis. How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course, we got to have you on.
Sounded like your mic went out, Wade.
Well, Did it go out?
I don't know. Wiggle your wire.
Am I in? Where did I go?
I don't know. It sounded like you went out of the thing though. So.
It does.
Oh, you're in
Popping.
there.
Oh,
You're in
okay.
there. Okay.
If you're out there, let us know in the live chat if you actually can hear me or you just hear it kind of echo. But here, talk to Travis here. So Travis, how did you get into open mics in the first place? You sent me pictures and you're like all over the board on stuff that you do, and so I'm having a hard time connecting how open mics even get into this.
Well, I guess it all started back in 2019. I had been completely out of the music scene for a few years. Was just chilling at home, was practicing a lot, playing a lot, writing a lot, but just I wasn't involved in any bands, anything like that. And then I just really missed it, and I just kind of got this hair up, whatever. And
Oh yeah.
I looked at my gear, and I said to myself, I don't have anything stage worthy right now. So I started going to Flatland and checking out all the different guitars there. Talked to Paul and Brett, and Kwaisian actually was in the shop one day.
He's been on the show twice.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He comes
that
out
working?
He comes out to
there
all
we
the
go.
open mics all the time. So he's a great guy. Love you, guy.
He is awesome.
He is, and a phenomenal supporter of our open mics. He's out there all the time and sits and listens, and just supports everybody. That guy's nothing but love.
You can tell.
But yeah, I actually I picked out a Taylor over at Flatland, and I was gonna buy it that day. And Kwaisian just happened to be in the shop, and he kind of looks at me and he's like, that guitar fits you, but I think you should try this one. And I had it was a Taylor 224 DLX Alcoa. I just loved the guitar. But he takes the Alcoa body one, and he hands me the exact same thing, only with a Sitka spruce top. And he's like, I think this would be better for your, you have a more aggressive style. And I played it for like 10 minutes, and I walked out the door with it. That was
Good call, Kwaisian.
that was a great call. So I bought that guitar, and then that day I went, I took the guitar, went home, took a shower, and Duster from the Crop Dusters.
Gotcha.
He had been hosting open mic at the Front Street for 2 or 3 years at this point, and he'd been trying constantly. Him and I go way back. We were roommates in college and stuff. And he'd been trying to get me out to this open mic forever, but I just had never shown up. So I bought the Taylor, and then that day I went home, took a shower, and I went straight to Front Street. And Dustin had to do a double take when I walked in the door. He was just like, Travis, he's got a guitar. And what? So, yeah.
Supposed to be here?
Yeah, so...
we got some interesting problems on this side. There we go. Okay. This mic needs a little help.
Yeah. Oh, that it happens. But
sorry.
No.
It
Oh God.
happens.
At open mics, we just had a guy. He was our friend Insignia. He was doing some hip hop, and Mike came unplugged right in the middle of his song. Corey just dropped on the floor and he's like standing there.
Good old live music, yes.
Yeah, especially when you have that many people using all that equipment, it gets pretty beat up. There's been I can't count how many times people have been right in the middle of a song and all of a sudden the mic stand starts drooping and all of a sudden they're like hunched over trying to sing into it. So
at least they're going with it, not just kind of sporting over the top.
Exactly, and people are yelling at me, Travis, go fix it. It's like, what's going on, But yeah, so I show up and I played, and then I started meeting all the people that frequented the open mics, and it's a really awesome community of artists and musicians, comedians, poets. People that do spoken word.
Oh, interesting. So you have all that going on in one night?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So on just for example, on Monday, We had, some musicians, and then we had somebody do slam poetry, and then we had a comedian, and then someone doing regular poetry, and then right back into the music. So we've had one of the burlesque girls came in, Katie. It's Katie Hicks, but I can't think of her stage name right now. But she got up and did like aerial hoops over at DCR.
Okay.
And then John Narum, one of the comedians, he's also a former like world champion yo-yo player.
Guy.
So he used to come in and do like yo-yoing, and
I got a question. Was he
is-
on the America's Got Talent, or was he on one of those shows?
I think he was going to be, but I think COVID happened.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
COVID thing.
But yeah, no, we get a good amount. It's almost more like a variety show than a singer-songwriter open mic.
That's really
So-
badass in my book. I've been ignorant to that because I've never been to an actual open mic. I keep saying I'm going to go, and then I'm a recluse. When I find my couch, it's hard to get me off of the thing, especially at night. But that's a me problem. I understand. But how's
are
the
doing
process work? How does people? Is there like a sign-up sheet? Do they have to try
Yeah.
out? Do you just vet them?
Well, I definitely don't vet them.
Okay.
So much. No, we after I took over, I started at both DCR and Front Street. I created Facebook pages. Both places, the Front Street and DCR, they both posted events, on Facebook and whatnot. But I created separate pages for them and started inviting everybody I knew into that, and just kind of spreading the word throughout. Because I've just always I've always kind of been one of the guys like in the background in this whole music community. Like I'm not usually.
I'm sorry about that. That was
open
not
mic
meant.
every
That was not meant for now.
No.
Now. Okay.
But no, I go out to a lot of shows, and I'm friends with a lot of people, and so it was cool to actually like start getting involved like actively instead of just being a spectator. Actually actively being more involved in the music community. So that was really cool. But all you got to do is show up, and we have a sign up sheet, and you just sign up, and we just go in order.
Let's go down the sheet, huh?
Yep. And then so as host, I do everything, at both places. I show up, I set everything up. Most of it's already set up. It's house PAs and stuff, so I don't have to bring in my own PA system.
I was going to ask that question. It's like, you
Yeah.
gotta drag a bunch of stuff
no,
down.
no. All I have to do is set up the mic stands and microphones, and get the PA, get the sound running, and then I open up. I play the first half hour of every open mic just to make troubleshoot, warm up the stage. A lot of people don't like to play first. So a lot of times when people start signing up on the list, I need to get better at putting my name in the number 1 slot, because a lot of people show up and they don't want to sign up in number 1, so they'll sign up in number 4 and then number 5, and there's like all these gaps. So when I start the list, like I start on number 4, like there's nobody signed up
so
in 1,
they
2, or
know
3. But yeah, so a lot of people don't want to play first. So the host. And that's a format that I kind of that's I think kind of standard format. Mike Holtz back at the old Side Street, which is where I first started playing open mic.
Okay.
Back at the old Side Street, that's kind of the same format that they followed, and then Dustin was following that same format at Front Street before I took over, and Josh Melby was the host over at DCR. Before I took over there, and we all kind of followed that same format.
Well, that's awesome. No, it's really cool. How many open mics are out there? I know we advertise like 2 or 3, but it sounds like there's a bunch more. Or did they get kind of taken away from COVID? Or
Well, there's been some changes to the lineup because the Side Street used to be every Tuesday, and then they started like Pat Leonard's and Travis Atwood and all those guys started doing open jam nights. With like Sean Mitchell and Peter Wilbur, all those guys.
Yeah, Peter's always out there doing it.
Basically like the all-stars of Fargo. We're running this open jam, so they would have it alternating. They would 1 week they would have open mic, and then the next week open jam. And then they kind of dropped the open mic, and we're just doing open jam every now and then. And then that kind of got after COVID, like everything just kind of shut down. And they haven't really started that again.
Is it just getting the momentum back up, or is it?
I'm not really sure.
Time commitment, all that fun stuff.
I'm not really sure. I think.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. But we got Dempsey's every Thursday night. So a lot of people, they'll come into DCR and do open mic there, and then they'll head over to Dempsey's. So we don't actually compete there or overlap at all. Like we run from 7 to 10, and then theirs starts at 10, like 10:30 something
with
like
Gina
that.
Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gina, love you, Gina. But yeah, and Melby is doing sound over there, so and he taught me a lot of how to a lot of what I know I learned from Duster and Melby, who
Oh, that's you got to learn on the fly there.
Yeah, definitely. There's when you have like 12 different acts in a row, you go from
that's a wide span.
Yeah, I mean, you have like 30 to 45 seconds to do a sound check, and you're going from a ukulele with a woman with like a really well trained projecting voice, and then you go to a guitar player with a really soft voice, and then and one person's sitting, one's on a bar stool, one's standing, so you're just constantly resetting the stage the whole night.
Well, that'd be a fun challenge too.
Tripping over things, and yeah, it's and then you have me, who's always like bouncing around, picking fights with Jenga, and
all that stuff. Yeah, we'll get to your horror stories here soon, but let's talk about you. What's your story? Where'd you come from and all that?
I'm originally from Enderlin, North Dakota.
Enderlin, okay.
We have a show there, don't we?
Yes, we do.
4th of July.
Oh wow!
I believe. I just wrote all this stuff down too. I should know this.
Sometimes I wish I could just light up a cig in here.
Not this dog.
So I grew up in Enderlin, and musically, I started playing trumpet in 5th grade. Miss Stordalen was my music teacher. As an adult, I now look back and realize how much of an influence she had on my life, because she really got me into music and into practicing and learning music. So she was a big influence of mine. But yeah, I just grew up in a small town. I was kind of a dorky little chubby loser. Big glasses, bad hair. I got picked on and stuff. But I didn't get bullied or anything. I don't have any traumatic like poor me stories or anything.
But you're playing the trumpet.
But I was playing trumpet. I was actually starting to get pretty decent. Made first chair. I was in a bunch of choir groups, pep band, and doing that kind of stuff. And then I don't know, teenage angst happened.
What?
And started getting into trouble, and dropped out of school.
What era was this then? Was it 90s, late 90s?
Late 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. I dropped out. Must have been 96 or 97. I was supposed to graduate 98. And then I ended up, I moved up to Fargo when I was 17.
Oh, wow.
Got my first apartment.
It's just a baby.
They didn't even card me when I signed the lease. I was only 17 when I got the lease. So I had a roommate who was, I think she was like 19 or 20. So, but yeah.
Okay. Someone you knew before, or?
Somebody that it was my friend Heidi that I was working with. I was living in Enderlin and working in Lisbon.
Gotcha.
At Fargo Assembly, and I met her there, and she was living out in Verona, So yeah, so we were both
Everyone's
like,
scattered everywhere.
yeah,
Welcome to North Dakota.
yeah, all those little towns, like every single one was involved, and we left all of them and moved up to the big metropolis of Fargo.
Fargo, North Dakota. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, and then moved up here and started cooking. Did 10 years hard time in the kitchen.
Wow.
That's actually how I got to know Sean Mitzel when I was, God, we were kids, like 17, 18. When I first moved up here, him and I were working together at A&W.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I trained him in. And then shortly after that, he became my supervisor. So that's how motivated I was.
Now we know.
But yeah, that's back when Sean was in the Boys of Summer, right before he started up with 24/7.
Okay.
So back then, and then
Mitzi Bitzel.
yeah, and that's how I ended up meeting Travis Atwood when he was with 24/7, and started met those guys.
All these Travises.
There's
'Cause I just watched a video with Stevie T. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
Okay, he's just some little shredder guy. He just makes fun of stuff all the time, but he won't play like out and live or whatever else. But he was doing this thing, how to be country. So he'd just make fun of like different genres or different bands, and he'll show you how to make a song that sounds exactly like the band. But this time it was just about the genre country. And the first thing you had to do is you had to start your name with Travis, and then whatever your last name, that's fine. So it was Travis, like Turner, or Travis, just stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I thought that was funny, and I looked at what was coming up next, like, oh, we got Travis coming on next. So I gotta mention that. So find it out, Stevie T. You'll enjoy it. It's really funny.
Nice.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, we were talking Travis. Well, I call him Alpha Travis.
Alpha Travis.
Travis
okay.
Atwood. And him and I were talking, and he wants to start a little group with Travis Gilbertson and Travis Neagle. So the four of us all together, the four Travises. And he wants to call it the Collective.
I think he just likes to make
collective
band
tease.
names twice a year. I got a new band. The
Yeah.
writing a novel.
Well, he's in every band. He's probably in your band. You just don't know it yet.
Oh,
He's just there.
that explains a little bit.
we came close one night at open mic or open jam at the side street. I think towards the end of 2019. It was we played a couple of my originals. So I was singing and playing guitar. Travis Atwood was on bass. Travis Neagle was playing lead guitar, and we had Trevor Pearson
so close.
on drums, and we were like, it's close enough, dude. So we made him an honorary Travis for the night, just so we, because Gilbertson, we thought he was going to show up, but he didn't make it that night, so he was hung up doing something else, but so it almost happened. It's come close.
When it does happen, you gotta let us know.
Oh yeah, we'll make a thing out of it.
Definitely. Well, let's check out some of your photos that you had going here. You got a ton of stuff going on. I was like airplanes and
I had no idea what to send. I feel bad because I got.
Oh, it's fine.
My friend.
There's you in full stoic.
Yes, that was Mina Ali showed up and was doing some photos. That's hydroponic party pants.
Hydroponic party pants.
Yeah,
Love it.
We started up this band back in 2007 with Mitch Hardy, who was one of the original members of John Wayne and the Pain.
Okay.
There was a festival coming up called the Reggae Jam Gathering, and he was buddies with the guy that was going to start it up. It was supposed to be an annual thing, but it was a total flop. But it was super fun. So Adam Hofflin on drums right there, he was my roommate at the time, and then Grant Wiggin, good buddy of ours. We all got together, the four of us, and started this band. And then we played that the reggae festival, and then Mitch ended up moving to the cities, and we just had so much fun. We decided to keep it as a trio for a while. We ran that band. We picked up a lead guitar player, Nick Moen, after this, and he was with us for like 2 years. But we ran from like 2007 to like 2013. That was out in front of Orange Records, just playing out on the sidewalk.
Cool. Is that for some festival or something like that, or you just
I
set up
think,
shop
I
and
think
just
it
went
was
for
during
it?
the street fair, and I just went in. I knew Matt Olin, just went up to him. Hey man, do you mind if we just play on the sidewalk in front of your shop? And he's like, sure. So we just ran an extension cord out of his shop
Oh,
and
nice.
just sat up.
Hydroponic, the party pants.
Yeah, hydroponic party pants.
I love that.
And that was us at the Red Raven. This is from last weekend. I
remember you posting that on Facebook.
Yeah, it was
at the marathon.
Yeah, it was a busy day. I actually went out to Fergus Falls and helped a friend move for like 6 hours, and then got back just in time to do the 5K.
Bless you on that.
Well, I promised one of my clients. I work with individuals with developmental disabilities and with a disabled combat veteran.
Okay.
And the veteran wanted to do the 5K, so I did the 5K with him, and yeah, it was a good time. We've done one before, but yeah, I'm trying to start getting back into the running. I actually did a 10K a few days before that. And almost died. So,
so you guys are way healthier than me.
I'm trying, but
I take my dog for walks twice a day now. I think I'm being a stallion. It's like I got 2 miles under my belt. Yeah. And here we are at the DCR.
Yeah. That's back when you came out, Ciro, and played our open mic around that time period. That same night, I'm disappointed in myself because I had a picture of you from that night. Because Mina Ali was in taking pictures that night.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Making him look all nice, and I got a really great. I'll have to send it to you still, but I got a really great picture of you.
Yeah, I had that blue shirt on. That's right.
Pointing to Steve.
Yeah, you looked hot, man.
Thank you, thank you.
But yeah, that's like one of my promo pics that I use basically for upcoming shows.
It's a
and
good
stuff,
picture.
So. Yeah, she almost makes me look decent. So.
Now this I was wondering about earlier. I was like, is that your horse? Because it's a beautiful horse.
Hayburn right there.
That is Pepper. That is not my horse. Actually, the disabled veteran that I work with. We go to a program called NDSU Bison Strides, and it's an equestrian therapy program.
Okay.
So my client does horseback riding, grooming, working with the horses and stuff, and it's for they do a lot of different things. They do like lessons for kids and adults, They also work with individuals with developmental disabilities, and they also have another group where they work with wounded warriors to help with PTSD and stuff like that. It's a really great program. So
definitely get around. We'll just
that's me playing with Aaron Nihas.
Oh, he's played with us?
Yep.
Yes.
He joins us
player.
once in a while with a little country fiddle.
He's another one of those guys that plays with everybody. He's this was last year at the Fargo Street Fair, and it was really cool because you can't see it in this picture, but right next to it, Jade Presents was coordinated with Fargo Brewing Company, and put their stage right next to the Fargo Brewing Company's booth. So like the tent that you can almost see in the side, that's Fargo Brewing Company. Oh. So they were throwing free beers at us, and while we were out there, it was so hot.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
And Kyle Colby, actually a good guy. You guys should get. I don't know if he's.
I know
on
Kyle.
Here. Yeah, you guys should get him on here. I'm sure he'd.
We'll do that.
Make sure I write that down before you leave.
I think he jumped up on stage with us years ago at Pickled Parrot.
Oh really?
So yeah, I can't remember what song he sang, but. He jumped up here and had a good time. So
nice. Yeah, he played for 4 hours. Like one of the people didn't show up or had to cancel last minute, so he played 2 2-hour sets, but right before Aaron and I played that day.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't
This
know
was
how
one
they
I was
survived.
interested right here. So the
Yeah.
skydiving thing.
Yeah.
We need to get to the videos too. We're getting
Yeah.
short on time here. So
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I back in 2012, I just up and decided. I found out Fargo had a skydiving club, and I had no idea. So I called them up, and I was just like, "Hey, I'm kind of curious about skydiving." And the guy that I was talking to, the guy in the picture there, Justin, he was just like, "Yeah, you should come out. Come on out. Let's book a date." And he's like, "How about next Thursday?" I'm like, "Oh, I gotta work." And I'm like, "How about on next Friday?" And he's like, "No, no." And finally, he's just like, "What are you doing right now?" And I'm like, right now? And he's like,
I'm
do
talking to
you
you.
live in Fargo? And I'm like, well, yeah, I live in North Fargo. I'm looking at your website, and I could be there in like 10, 15 minutes. And he's like, all right, I'll see you then.
and then you decided to become an astronaut.
Yes.
Look at this. This is crazy.
Yeah,
You doing a
Oh
solo
my
here?
God, is that you?
that is me.
What?
You're doing a solo.
Yeah.
So
well,
you've done this a few times?
I've done 9 jumps so far.
Jeez.
Oh
I'm
my
still-
gosh! I
I'm
gotta
still
see
a
that
rookie.
again.
I'm still a rookie noob.
Look at
Still a
that.
rookie
You're
noob.
just
Yeah.
hanging on like.
Well, yeah, I'm hooked on via a static line, so that's actually pulling my parachute for me. You can see it like whip out the back,
But still.
but
That is so cool. And
Yeah.
then for you to do that, you had to do some rigorous training too.
yeah,
Is
Astronaut
this
training.
part of it, or is this just...
no, I was actually for this one. I was just down in Las Vegas, hanging out with some people, and this was out in Eloy, Arizona. Whenever I went on trips, I would just always try to do something fun. At that time, they didn't have a wind tunnel anywhere near here. The closest one used to be down in Chicago. So whenever I would go out of town, I would try to find something fun to do. But those guys were just wicked crazy. They were so good.
That is nuts.
My gosh.
That's crazy. You live a fun life.
Yes,
Do we have
you
another
do.
video here? We have. I'm not sure. This is this long video
Yeah.
that you wanted us to show. Did you
Well,
want to show that?
I don't know if you guys want to like put that towards the end. I know you guys do like the weekend like upcoming stuff and
Yeah, we can do the weekend report, and then we go right back to that video.
All right,
Definitely
let's
do that.
do that then.
because it's like 4 minutes long. So but it's a collection of I started taking like video clips and stuff of people at both DCR and
Here,
Front Street.
we'll watch it. We got time for this. All right, this is
Okay.
kind of a collaboration you did of all the acts you had.
Yeah, just at DCR. I was gonna make a separate one for Front Street. Well, I'm going to, but I haven't. And the music in the background. This is the Vistas with Jake Schaefbauer, Eli Davis, and
Eli.
yeah, and our old bass player from Hydroponic Party Pants, Grant Wigan.
That name. Awesome. Oh my god.
But yeah, from back when we first started, like we didn't like this stage is all new. We got a new PA system. Reset all the lights. It used to be just kind of tucked in the corner with the smaller PA, and we got like a piano and stuff. And,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
The only time I've ever been in there was my son played a metal show in there.
oh nice.
So, must have been 3 years ago now or something, but they didn't have a stage or anything. They just played on the floor.
was that
That was
was-
Duster.
is that
was-
Duster with
oh,
his
yeah.
little thing?
Yeah, he was doing a noise set.
That
with,
thing's crazy. There's
with
Peter.
Keaton. Yeah, Peter's there. Nate Pitcher. That's Rachel Meyer. She's been doing. That girl's been a rock star. She just was featured on Prairie Musicians.
That's JJ's sister, right?
Nice.
Yes, I think. I'm not gonna go quote me.
Okay.
I don't want him to knock on my door. That's not my sister.
You'll have to Google that one.
That's Cody. That's Rachel again playing piano.
I want to
You
hear
got a
this. I
few
want to hear
pianos.
this little jam that you got going here.
Oh yeah.
Who's on bass?
Grant Wigan.
Nice.
Oh, the accordion. Peter.
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 We know everyone else too, but Peter's in our band, so we're just
yeah.
more
Yell
extra
about
excited.
Well, I get excited every time he walks in the door because he's such a great guy and a phenomenal guitar player. He's quite a nice guy. Guys from Manana, JT Kennelly, Elizabeth, Darian Anderson.
Now, when you're doing this, is it normally the same people, like a small community that always comes out every time, or is it different?
There is kind of a core group that, but I mean, it's kind of ever so slowly changing.
Okay.
But then there's also a lot of other people that come in, like first time people. We just had we had a girl on Monday that was in town from Montana and just looked up open mics and just showed up.
I like to stop in once a year and play Wonderwall and then leave.
Wonderwall.
It's funny because there's so many of us that actually do play Wonderwall, and I admit I am one of them.
I play it in E though. I don't use the capo. I play it in the E, so it's like
Oh yeah.
lower and chunkier, I guess. So.
Yeah, I use the capo.
That's the new stage out there. I'm gonna have to go out there. It's been a while since I've been there. A while.
I think you are actually in this string. I think you are up here. I'm just elbowing
Might be a
shells.
Cito sighting.
There we go!
Cito! Vistas.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nicely done, Vistas.
Yeah, that's my cat. That's Mickey when he was a kid.
Oh, that is awesome right there.
Yeah,
That is so
Sweet tooth.
Yeah,
I love it.
that was from a Halloween show. My birthday is actually November 2nd, so I got a little crazy on Halloween.
Dude, I want us to have a live poster like that. Like when we play somewhere, I want the graphic on our guitars and stuff like that. Wade, I want it.
Figure it out, okay.
I want it. We're going to Costco. Okay? I don't need it, but I want it.
I love Costco.
Costco.
But we're going to ask you this one question before we go to the weekend report. What was the craziest thing that ever happened during one of these open mics? Now, you don't have to use names.
Oh.
You don't have to use dates. You don't have to use even places. But just something, or one of the craziest things that just happened. And you're just like, I can't believe this is on my watch. But we got to get to the weekend report. Cito, what's going on out there this weekend?
Well, I'll tell you, Wade. All right, we're having a good time here tonight. This is the Uptown Report with Zero.
Sometimes you hear that.
Quick little note, you know that ship that crashed years ago, that that famous cruise liner that sunk. You know what I'm talking about, right? There was that
The one that tipped?
Yeah, the
Titanic?
Victoria or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge ship that tipped over, and the
Oh,
captain
yeah, yeah.
abandoned ship.
Okay.
Anyway, one of the crew members, I was watching this in Italian, and my name is Italian, so everyone's always calls my name Ciro, whatever it is. And then on there, they had one of the people that were arrested. His name was Ciro, and it's Ciro. That's how they said it in Italian. It was Ciro. I looked at my family. I go, Ciro. So there it is officially. So, all right, Ciro here. Everyone says Cito because it's more of a Texas thing. So, Windbreak Uptown, we got them on Thursday, Friday, happening out at the Windbreak. Ladies' Night, get you out there. And then Show Me Your Hits on Saturday. The Roadhouse Uptown will be out there on Saturday. At the Monoman Shooting Star, Joe Nichols will be out there Friday night, so make sure you go check that out. At the Blue Stem Amphitheater, we have Hailstorm, Stone Temple Pilots, and Blackstone Cherry. That is going to be awesome. Now, Stone Temple Pilots, not sure how that's going to go, but we'll see how that goes. Downtown Acoustic, we got on Mike Morris at Hooligans, Matthew Donner on the Spicy Pie in West Fargo. Rachel and Nero is out at the Pub West, and then Jake Ingamar is at the 701 on the Roof. Rick Adams out at the Side Street, rocking it out. And then we got Friday, May 27th, we got Doug Thompson at Tailgaters. Saturday, May 28th, Dan Christensen at the Swing Barrel. And then Coetian is at the Troll Lounge, so make sure you check that out. Front Street. Am I still saying that right? Quishian?
Quaisian.
Oh, I'm getting there. All right, Front Street, the Vinyl and Vino on Thursdays, and then the open mic night on Mondays at the Front Street. Now, that's your open mic night, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'll have to make sure I get that on there next time.
All right, and then we got the side street, the Sandhaven Chuckle. Now, I heard that this is their last show, so this is kind of like a Kiss farewell tour again.
Yeah, actually, after this, I'm going to be heading over to the billiards for Sean's going away party.
Oh man, all right. So make sure you guys check this out. Sandhaven Chuckle has been around a long time in town here, so it's always a good time. So Red Raven, Defect, and Agony Reigns are Common Collapse, Neck Rung, and No Divinity playing out on Thursdays. So make sure you check that out.
Love the names.
The Fargo Brewing Company has
311.
Wow. Oh, Amber
a lot
is
of
the
national
color of
acts
your
coming through this
energy.
weekend.
Yeah, 311's going to be out there Friday. Too bad I'm playing a show. I'd go out there. Non-Point, VRST, and Zero Place on Tuesday night.
Our friend Xander.
So, downtown Dempsey's the open mic with Gina Powers on Thursday. And then Brass Interference on Friday. Aquarium. I was going to say Mr. Beaner, but it says Mr. Meaner. Jupiter, Salute, and Cold Front. True Feels, Tatur, and Yamadubs, and ATG, and there they are again, the
Bwompsters.
Bwompsters.
I love that.
Oh, you gonna go see the Bwompsters? They're my favorite band. We got the Suplex also out there too. Feeling Fine EP release parties happening. Untuned, Disappear Forever is a great name. Zero Place and Peyton Skongsen.
Yep.
And then we got Dana, Free Truman, and Agraflex. Colton J happening Sunday. The DCR, we got open mic with Travis. on Thursdays. And then the Delta Urban 42, Kathy Brecky, and the 42nd Street banner out there.
This will be their last one for the season.
All
yes.
right. And then, so make sure you go check out that wonderful music. The Out of Town at the O, we have 2 weeks notice Friday and Saturday at the Laughing Sun Brewery in Bismarck, Mandan. We have Danny Savage, the one-man band.
That would be interesting. They show pictures of him. He has like a bass drum and stuff, so I'm guessing he's one of those guys that does like the dance while he's playing and singing at the same time.
I love pepperoni. Pepperoni's good. Pepperoni.
You never know.
Blame is out Saturday. And then the Sandbar 2 in Detroit Lakes. Tripwire will be out there on Friday. The Ojata Records Grand Forks has Chaotic Entity, Crumbs, and Jay Stevenson out there. Predictions of the Witch
as well.
That's our friend, right?
Yep.
We have a lot
That's
of friends,
Shane.
Wade.
That's Shane Bertrand's thing. Yeah.
You're all our friends in the music community. Uptown. Oh, there we're back to where we are. So that ends it for me. Thank you, and I'm out of here.
All right, Travis, you're on the line here.
Okay, so I just wanted to
Let's
say
hear a crazy
also,
story.
Friday night we have Rachel Mayer over at the Front Street, and if anybody
Oh.
is into watching plays,
Good plug.
Mr. Burns is playing this weekend. It's their last show in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you're into plays, that's also going on.
Where's that at?
I'm not sure exactly where they're having that right now. My buddy Jacob is playing in it though. So
Okay.
it's something to look up.
Yeah, please do. Good
So
talk.
crazy
Now
story.
the juicy.
Crazy stories. I can't think of too many. I mean, there was one time that this guy showed up and he had some felony on his nose, and he started arguing. He was like, "I'm gonna do comedy," and then he just started arguing with somebody in the crowd, and we were like,
He's just working the crowd.
Yeah, he never came back. But I don't know. Like there hasn't really been a whole lot of like crazy stories. Mostly good. Like.
Well, I heard about like
Somebody-
when the lights went or the electricity went
Oh
on.
yeah. In the middle of open mic over at DCR, the power went out, and everybody just used their phones, and
Lit up the stage that way.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, and then
True
the-
acoustic.
Sam came in back. Yeah, I did an acoustic couple songs with Peter on acoustic, and then David Standall did a dark comedy set.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
As long as they're fun,
pulled a-
that's fine. I was just seeing if there's any like little.
you know, it's always great when you have like impromptu like collaborations. Or the other night, Geraldine got up with Eli Davis and they did a cover of one of my originals.
Oh, interesting.
A
Okay.
song called Feet.
Feet.
Yeah, it's a song about feet. Probably one of my friend,
The lower appendages.
my
Yes.
buddy Adam corrected me because one night I said, yeah, this is like the worst song I've ever written, and he's like, oh, it's not the worst. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, it's the worst song that anybody knows. But yeah, there's a song called Feet that I do. It's original. It's my most requested song, and it's an embarrassment. But I love it. It's fun.
I was like last week they had ham sandwich.
Oh,
as
yeah.
the most requested song.
We were so.
Is it
waiting
people just
for
on
it.
the cringe thing, or maybe?
I don't.
Do you enjoy performing it though?
It's a fun song.
Well, there you go.
It's kind of punk rock, you know. Like I don't want to call it folk punk. It's not that cool, but it's a fun tune.
Funk
you
punk
know,
is
just,
very cool.
it's a fun song though. It was cool to have to see somebody cover it at open mic, you know. So
No, be an homage to you. Yes.
yeah.
Take that as a sign of respect. That's
Oh
what I
yeah.
would
Oh yeah. No, it
definitely
was
do.
hilarious. They did it. They did it better than me. So I think now I can retire. Um,
I did it. I am
So-
done now.
But speaking of not destroying things, but we are going to destroy something here real quick. Want to see a little juvenile destruction?
oh, do we do that live?
Oh, I wish.
Oh.
I wish. That'd take way too much work.
Next time we do something, maybe we'll come. You throw something off the roof.
I was
If you
wonder-
want.
I was
if you want
wondering
to,
if
you all
I
have to do is just tell me.
I was wondering if I should bring. I almost stopped at like a secondhand store and just like picked out something to throw off the roof, but I was like, I don't know if I should bring my own. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
You can. You can.
Yeah, there was a big insurance thing going on with all the guests on the roof, and we had a guy from OSHA showing up, and he was like, "Hey, you can't be up there."
Yeah, it's over 6 feet. Where's your handrails?
did you throw the OSHA guy off?
That's the last episode of the podcast.
There you go. So this week's Off the Roof. That was perfect aim too. You're hired.
Nice.
That's this week's Off the Roof. So yes, that was the actual tune that music box played. I don't know. My daughter threw it away a couple months ago, and I was just like, no, we can make use of this. So
We used to do that at O'Kelly's. We used to climb up on the roof. A couple of the cooks that I worked with, they went to the bowler and got all drunk and stole a couple bowling balls. And they showed up to work with a couple bowling balls, and we're like, what are we gonna do with a bunch of? Why did you steal bowling balls?
Watch this.
And yeah, they climb up on the roof and start dropping bowling balls on top of stuff.
Oh,
Like a number 10 can of that marshmallow filling, just smashed it. It just shot like 20 feet.
man.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's a
think we
good
got some
idea.
off the roof 2.0 going here.
That's some.
You're giving some really bad ideas for me.
I like that. The
love it.
marshmallow stuff.
Oh,
and
man.
just crushing it.
Yeah. I have to figure out some ways to stop all the. Okay, thinking too much now. Thank you, Travis.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. You got anything left for the good of the order?
I don't think so. Get out to open mics. When you come to DCR, we give you a free beer.
Free beer? Little
Free
bribe
beer.
goes a long way.
Yeah. Get out there, support your local musicians and local artists, local comedians, local podcasts.
And we finally booked our first comedian here, so he'll be on in August sometime. So
Nice.
I can't remember the name. I'm sorry.
I won't tell because I don't know the name.
Either do I.
We're
least at the
live
moment.
right now recording.
Oh, hi. All right, yeah. So get out to those open mics there. You're at the DCR on Thursdays, and then at the I'm going to say side street, front street. Okay.
Front Street on Mondays.
Front Street on Mondays. So definitely places to be. And again, we are playing this weekend at Windbreak, and then we're out at.
We're in Windbreak Thursday,
I keep on
Friday,
thinking Poorhouse.
Windbreak, and then Roadhouse. Out in Lake Coromant on Saturday, and then we're doing a private graduation party in Hoople, North Dakota on Sunday.
And you can also find us at uptownbandfargo.com, or you can get a hold of me at Uptown Tonight Podcast at gmail.com, obviously.
Or you can call me on my home phone.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't know
call
if
Cito.
I don't know if I'll answer though. It might just ring.
We'll leave that link below for you. No, we won't. Well, you can find us all there. If you got any ideas for people to be on, if you want to be on yourself, go ahead and contact me on that. We've had a few people do that as well. And if you have anything you want us to destroy, we'll definitely do that for you. So throw it in my front yard or whatever else. Find a way to get a hold of us on those two formats, uptownbandfargo.com again. So remember, if your drummer's got more charisma than your front man, band may be in trouble. Well, that's why my band's doing just fine. So until next time.
It's just a little baby turtle. Look at him go.